All right, so once we made the decision to live a religious life, now we got to understand as far as Christianity. And the whole purpose of Christianity, as far as religion, evolves around Jesus Christ. So, in order to grow into our Christian religion, we have to learn about Jesus Christ. So, one of the first things we have to learn is that Jesus Christ is a part of God. So, we have to understand who God is in order to understand who Jesus is. Well, no one has ever seen God. God is a spirit being, and the only time we'll ever get to see him is if we're allowed to go to heaven. That's when we'll get to see God's face. So, Jesus is the part of God that actually came to earth. He was born of a woman, but conceived in an unnatural way. He was conceived through God without man. So there's a whole lot to learn in this part alone. So we're going to go on with a little bit more right now, but down the road we'll really get into his birth and his conception and just how glorious all that part is about Christ. So Jesus didn't come here to condemn us either. Even though he was perfect in every way, he didn't come to earth to say, Chris Cruz, you're doing wrong every day, or you're doing this wrong, or you're doing that wrong. He is here to say, Chris Cruz, got to lift up, son. You got to be a light in this world. You got to bring light to people's life. Have it in your heart. Have intentions in our hearts to do good and to do well. And that's what he did. That was the example that he set before us. So it's hard to live up to perfection, but all we can do is try and know in our heart that we'll fall a little short and God will forgive us. Jesus ain't going to beat us down for it. So we got to keep moving forward. And if we're focusing on sin, then we're not focusing on loving and serving others, which is the whole purpose of what Christ wants us to do, which is to love and serve others. So a lot of preachers will say, well, you got to focus on sin. Well, no, we don't have to focus on sin because we already know what sin is. Sin is written on our hearts. If we don't know what sin is by the time we're 5 years old, if we don't know the difference between right and wrong, good and bad, because it's cut and dry, sin is bad. Doing God's will, being holy is good. So there's no gray area, and if we make a gray area, then we're still living in darkness. So Jesus was the light, and he says for us to be a light in other people's world of darkness here. And the only way we can get to God is through Jesus and believing that he actually did come here, and he not only lived for us, but he also died for us. And he died a really, really brutal death, died on a cross so that our sins can be forgiven by God. So all this ties in, and I can't explain it all in 5 minutes or probably a lifetime, but I'll do the best of giving you an understanding of the way I understand it. So with that in mind, in order to become a Christian, we got to spend time in the Word, and we really, really got to focus on Jesus Christ, who he was, who he is, how he's in our life every day. So all we can do is grow, so let's grow together. Let's continually encourage each other. Let's spread love, not hate, and have a great, blessed day, my friend. Peace and love.